How's it going, YouTube? I am here talking more 2xKO. I can't help myself, and my buddy gave me a really good idea to go through each region and pick one representative that I would want in 2xKO. I think there's so much diversity in the regions, and picking only one from some of them was very hard. Picking one from some of them was actually very easy, so it's kind of a fun thought experiment. Going right into the smallest region, literally and figuratively, is Bandle City, not Bandit City. And I am going to humbly pick Rumble as their representative. I think there's a lot of cool things you could do with his mech. I think there's a lot of interesting things that, like with the harpoon, with the like mace I think he has. I think it probably depends on the skin. So I think there's cool things you can do with it, and the team could make some really cool combos and kind of bring this character a little bit more to life, and that's I think mostly what I want to see. Heading to Bilgewater. This one was very, very tough for me. Because there's a lot of champions I like from Bilgewater, but it has to be Pike. I'm a support main, so there's going to be a little bit of support bias. But he has such a cool design. His hook, like the pull in, the dashes, his execute, there's so many cool things you could do. And also just like, come on, that design is so fire. So like just being able to see that design translated into XKO, I think would be amazing. Very close runner-ups were Gangplank and Tom Kench. I think both those could be really, really cool. And honestly, I would like them probably more than Rumble, just for reference. We're going to Demacia. So for Demacia, a lot of really good choices, don't get me wrong. I think the one I want is actually the Rebel of Demacia, Silas. I think, I don't know how they would be able to do it, and if they even could do it. Having Silas be able to steal like the level 2s of characters would be so cool. I think it'd be really fun to be able to use other people's level 2s on them. And then also, like, if you are Silas main, you get to see a bunch of different level 2s in your combos instead of just your own, which I think is a little bit of a plus. I think his chains would provide a lot of really, really interesting designs and capabilities that the character can do. So I think it would be super fun to see him in the style and with their vision. Going with Freljord, I am gonna go with a weirdo pick a little bit. Volibear. I love Tekken. I'm not good at Tekken. I just like watching Tekken. But I love the bears. The bears are just so funny to me. The fact that they're in the game, like Kuma might be like my favorite character of Tekken. Like alone, not like any side characters added or anything. But I think he's so fun, and I think doing something similar, like obviously more serious tone with Volibear, I think it'd be really cool. I think it'd be super fun. There's a lot of things you do with the lightning, with the crash down. Like he's just built to be a fighter, so like it'd be sick. Going to Ionia, this is a no-brainer if you've been watching any of my content. It is going to be Set. I Set is my favorite character, first off. And I also think he would work so well, and that's the reason why I think I kind of got drawn to Set, is because he's like, he feels like a fighting game character. He literally runs an entire underground fighting ring, or above ground fighting ring, I guess at this point, but like it'd be so cool to see him in the style with their vision, using all the cool flashy punches, all the different combos you can do with that. Probably like a command grab with the E, super cool ultimate, like suplexing them. I think it'd be awesome. I think he should be more of like a fighter with a command grab rather than like a pure grappler, but that's also just kind of me, who's not really a grappler player. So we'll see. I have another pick for a grappler later. For Ixtal, please put Set in the game. Just need to say that every video. I'm gonna go with Rengar, if I can actually find him. I think Rengar's cool. I think his design's awesome. I think that, like, again, the dagger, being able to jump out of bushes, it's just, like, again, this kind of like assassin-y, like almost Deadshot-esque looking, like eye patch. I think it'd just be super cool. And I'd love to see him in the game. I think this is probably my second most wanted character, come from Noxus. So really my most wanted, that's not just pure bias. I want Samira so badly, because Samira could just be Dante from MVC3. She has the same exact setup, the same exact way that she would operate. I think they could just make just an absolutely saucy character. It would be so fun to just have sort of Dante combos into XKO and just how it would work with it. And like instantly, I would probably pick up Samira if it was something similar. For Piltover, I honestly don't want a Piltover champ for a while, because I think we have enough. Piltover and Zaun, really. But I would go with Jace. I think after getting Vi, I think Jace's like chances went down a lot, but having the hammer, having the different stances, I think could be really cool and very free flowing in different combos. I think Arcane honestly made him very popular, so I think it'd be another pick that like people would come and see, like, oh man, Jace in this game, that'd be fun. Compared to the other Piltover champions, which like I don't know, there's not many that at this point I would really want in the game. Like Camille would maybe be the only other one, but I think that Jace provides something cooler than Camille would. Shadow Isles, this is probably like on this list, maybe third, maybe fourth. Gwen. The more I've thought about Gwen in this game, the more I've sold myself that she would be awesome. I think her design as a fighter would be super cool. Just being able to sauce people up with scissors, like it's a cool weapon. Like, he's so fun. And then even in TFT, she's the soul fighter. The moves that she's been doing in TFT, I'm like, oh man, that could be like an interesting way to kind of use in 2XKO. So I think like using the needles, using all that type of stuff could make just an absolutely really, really fun character. And another really fun character would be Azir. For Shurima, Renekton's very close, but I'm definitely partial to Azir. I think having like different things for like puppet-esque moves you could do would be super fun. I think again the shuffle, I think there's a lot of different things. I talked about them in my previous video, so go watch that if you really want to see all that. For Targon, I think I am going to have to go Pantheon. Leona's very, very close, but Pantheon I think is just open to be a cooler design. I think there's a lot you can do with just like the Spartan mentality and the Spartan design of Pantheon, which again, I'm very biased because I do like Greek history and that type of different things. And so just seeing like a real Spartan always drew me to Pantheon. Super cool character. I think they do a lot of saucy stuff. I think they can add, if they want to add another shield, and not, so it's not just Braum and Yasuo, he would be a good option for kind of having like a fighter with a strong shield or something. So that could be like easily one of the assists. The assist could be him, one assist is the shield, one assist is him throwing the spear. Be perfect. For the Void, I have to go with Cho'Gath. Again, I talked about him a little bit in my weirdo video, but kind of summarize, I think his feast would be really, really cool. I think his knockups could be cool. And I think he's, again, just such a cool character that, you know, it's just, I think it's just so freeing and, again, very different comparative to all like the normal humans and stuff like that, and like also so out there that's like, I think it just bring a lot of character to the roster. Finally, for Zaun, gotta go all the way down. That should get Blitzcrank. I think Blitzcrank would fit the roster very, very well. I think he is one of the really good true grapplers. This is also when they have pretty much said that, or they've done some hints. So I think he would be super cool. And that's pretty much it. So these are on my lists, on my picks and different things I would want in 2SKO, at least out of regions. I think this isn't just like, oh, these are my next however many champions I would want in the game. Like I think Noxus and Shadow Isles and Bilgewater have more probably than the rest. And even Freljord has a lot of cool champions. But again, just a thought experiment. So if you enjoyed, please subscribe, do all that fun stuff. I have another video talking about all the oddballs I would like, and I actually have a video talking about the esports and what I would want from that. So please let me know what type of content you would want me to make, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day or night.